1, 2, 3, go. Go, Bree.
Welcome back to Frank Presents the Podcast. Welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call.
My name
is Bree.
No.
Over. We got it. Okay. So mic check 1 2 1 2.
All right, we're gonna start.
How you gonna post that? Y'all don't even know your name. How serious is that? Look.
All right.
We gotta start over.
Hold on.
It's unsolicited. It's raw. They got to see the bloopers.
For real. All right.
Okay.
I can always edit the video, but all right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Happy what? Don't start over. Hey guys, I'm Bree, and welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. Watch this. Happy Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday. Oh my bad. Are we starting back over? Third time's the charm.
All right, let me. Okay, wait. All right, stop.
Killing me.
When I look at you, you know to start. So hold on, wait.
All right. Welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. My name is Bree, and today I am joined by Frank, Nikki, and June. How are you guys doing today on this lovely Thursday? I tried to sound like you, Frank.
I know. I see. June, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what is going on, man? It's one of them days today.
Yeah, I could imagine. Nikki, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm like, what is wrong with June? Sound like somebody stole his candy. Golly.
You know, I'm good. I don't got COVID, so that's good. I'm good. So if I cough a little bit, I'll try to mute when I try to catch it. But other than that, I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all see, I got a Patriot hat on with a Tampa Bay jersey for Brady. For all you people that want to at me later on, you could. I have time this week. But other than that, just showing some respect. But Bree, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I've been good. I've been better.
I'm doing good. You guys ready for these scores?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was sending stuff to my iPad. So we had the conference championships, and on Sunday, January 30th, the Bengals defeated the Chiefs 27-24 in overtime, and the Rams defeated the 49ers 20-17. So we have the Rams and the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
Just like I predicted, by the way.
So, takeaways from that game. We watched.
Which one?
Well, let's start with the first one. Let's start with the obvious, the biggest upset, I would say, right? Everybody thought the Bengals was going to go in and get mollywopped by the Chiefs.
Who said that?
Most of America did.
Except Bree and I.
Yeah, you're right. I went with the safe bet. But I was rooting for the Bengals the whole time.
Listen, it's so funny that I'm sorry for cutting you off. It's funny that you said that because you like the rest of America says the upset, and then, the rest of America went for the Chiefs, but all of America was like Bengals, pull it out.
You know what's crazy, right? It's crazy is that I just had a brain fart. I'm sorry. Anyway, what's crazy is that we're watching the game. We see them go 21-3, and we're like, wait a minute, what happened? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And we're sitting here trying to figure it out. Bree, you froze. What's going on? Wait a minute. Do we need to start this over? Move over. Go like this, Nikki. Go like this.
No. Oh,
June's there. All right. Something happened with Bree. Bree froze with her mouth wide open. Is she froze on your end?
Yeah, she's froze.
Oh. Well, anyway, 21-3, and we're thinking, oh, this is a wrap. You know, the Chiefs about to sweep them away. You did. You was like, oh, Bengals is done. And then Bengals put up 7. It's 10-21, right? Going into the half. Mahomes has a brain fart.
And before the half, what I say?
I don't know. Repeat what you was gonna say because we talked a lot that day.
I said, I said, y'all, I stand corrected. The Bengals gonna win this game. I
Is it
said the
11?
commentators reminded me
Mhm.
that when they played during the season, the Chiefs were up by 11, and I was like, oh shoot, they're up by when they didn't score. Going into the half, I said, oh yeah, the Bengals gonna win this one.
So going like a breakdown, right? And it's funny how people get criticized sometimes, how they play, like Brady with the fourth down when he was ready, that was fourth down. But Mahomes had made a big mistake. If you notice that after Tyreek Hill got stopped, he went for the timeout and he had no more timeouts left. He didn't realize it. If you look back at the play after he was stopped and they go to Mahomes in the middle of the field, he's like, and he even said it, I didn't realize we didn't have no more timeouts. So it's funny how, to me, and I take your guys' input before we wrap up the rest of that game, how Mahomes, sometimes we put him on such a pedestal, right? Because he does a lot of miraculous stuff, but then he also has them mistake moments, you know what I'm saying? And he even admitted that he got a little greedy on that play. If you watch Inside NFL, they showed that, I guess, Andy Reid wanted to kick the field goal, and he didn't. He said, nah, one more try. It got snagged. They're going to snag it. And it didn't go the way he wanted to go. He said, I was supposed to throw it to the back of the end zone if I didn't see anything, and I didn't. And he cost them no points going into the half, which was big, Nikki, because the momentum shifted at that point,
Just what we needed. Okay. I'm proud. Who they?
Who they,
Who
right?
they?
Lord.
I was proud of them. Okay. Who they?
Yeah. Hey, so Bree, what were some of your takeaways from the first half of that game?
The Chiefs they had a momentum going that the defense couldn't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And the offense didn't find their groove yet for the Bengals.
Okay.
That was some of my takeaways. I don't really remember too much of that game because I was too busy laughing at Nikki saying, oh yeah, the Bengals is losing.
Oh no, he's gonna win.
But I also would say that you could tell that Joe Burrow was skeptical about where he was throwing that ball in the first half. But also, different emotions, like each game, there's a different emotion that goes on with inside you, right? You want to play your absolute best, especially for the conference championships.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to the Super Bowl. So it could also be nerves and stuff that was like, he had to find his groove. He had to get in there. Then I know what happened. He saw Jackson Mahomes doing TikTok dances at the Super Bowl and said, fuck that shit. That's exactly what happened.
So we gonna win. June, you got any takeaways from that first half? I don't recall if you watched it or not.
Yeah. I watched it out there. I watched it all. But anyway, why are you smirking, Bree? It's not a shot. Yes. I would stop.
June ruined.
Don't stop. Stop. Hey, hold on. So my thing is, I think the inexperience got Burrow in the first half. I do believe in that the lack of experience and being in that level of one game away from the Super Bowl got to him. The problem is, and it's a good problem to have, is when Burrow gets rolling and Chase gets rolling, and that team, they make play after play after play. And that's what happened in that second half. It was very unstoppable. And the thing I like about Burrow is he's so mature and he's so young that he decides not to make any decision. He threw an interception in the first quarter, right? I think he threw that
I can't.
But yeah, but I think his maturity definitely shows. He's playing out there like this ain't his first rodeo. And then on the Chiefs aspect of things, man, they just 100% choked. There's no way around it. I mean, you got the fastest man on the planet pretty much in your offense, and you steer away. And I don't know what you were thinking. If that man can outrun all those corners, I'm throwing it to that man for the rest of the damn game. You're one game away from the Super Bowl, from the third one. And I just think they choked. I don't know. I don't even know what to think about the damn Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're good. They're just not great.
So
And that's that.
I have a stat here. So last year in the Super Bowl, second half and overtime. So the last two playoff losses for Mahomes. So in the Super Bowl last year and then this AFC Championship this year. So in the Super Bowl, he was 17 for 30, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with a pass rating of 49.7. This year in the second half and overtime, he was 8 for 18 with 2 interceptions and a 12.3 passer rating. So I think, again, you know, media does this a lot. And what I think happened, Junior, I think adjustments were made by the Bengals going into the second half. They said, you know what, we're going to play a different type of defense. We're going to fall into this coverage. We're going to put 8 people out there to cover. We're going to get pressure on Mahomes. And then Burrows got going with the offense. And guess what? Mahomes got sacked 3 times or 3 or more times that game. Burrows only got sacked 1 time. When the week before, he got sacked 9 times. And this time he was getting out the pocket, making stuff happen, running the ball down, getting first yards. I just felt that, you know, yeah, give credit to the Bengals. They did great. They won the game. They came back. They held the lead. They went into overtime. They made the Chiefs make the mistakes they had to make. They won the game. Hands down. That's it. Boom. But I also feel like people need to focus on the fact that Mahomes does fall apart. And that team, when it's not going their way, they're not really built to do anything else. Yeah, a couple of seasons, I think last year or the year before, they had to come back from behind to win a lot of the games. But I'm just not, just like you said, June, they're a good team. I don't think they're as invincible as the fans and critics and analysts make them sound.
100%, bro.
So, but the Bengals going to the Super Bowl, and now Bree, what's up, Nikki? You got something you want to say?
Oh no, I was rejoicing with the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
But you don't have
I have something to say real quick, right? So, because June said something, then I thought about it and I was like, well, yeah, it's their first game, their first, you know, game, the game right before the Super Bowl. But they played the same one during the season. The first half, they were struggling. And then they like, look, this team is beatable. And then they end up winning during the season. All they did was repeat the strategy. Another thing about the Bengals is this, right? At times they win games, but they struggle in the first half. They find some way somehow to come back in the second half. So that might be a little bit of their formula too. We got teams that, you know, they're comeback team. The only good thing I'll say, which is really funny, I can't even say this, that they didn't let them get too far ahead because they did at one point. 21-3 is far ahead. But we said this last week. I'm gonna say it now. Burrows, he don't get flustered.
No.
And I think that's a good quality to have. Like, yo, don't get flustered. Wait till the game is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have an entire game and anything can happen. Think about it. They won by a field goal when they were trailing all the way up to the third quarter.
Yeah.
So, you know, hats off to them.
It could have been over. They would have recovered that fumble. It would never went into overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, they won. And now, Bree, the second game of the night.
Ooh.
That was a good game. That was. So we had the 49ers and the Rams. And the Rams came up on top. That game was great, though. That was a very, very, very good game. So my biggest takeaways from the first half was, I don't even know. They were both playing so well the first half of the game. It was going back and forth until the 49ers, you know, they stepped up and they had them in the first half. Jimmy G's momentum was going good, you know. But even the Rams offense, until the 49ers defense was able to slow them down as much as they can going into the half, leaving them at 7 points, and the 49ers at 10. So it was 10-7 in the first half.
Mhm.
And then it was 17-7 all the way up into the third quarter. The Rams came back and scored 13 points in the fourth quarter, and the 49ers did not score anything.
Yeah.
They burned all their, and the defense basically, well, offense, you know, didn't put up any points, but the defense also burnt out all their energy, stopping them in the first and second quarter to where they couldn't stop them. So
No.
Cooper Kupp is unstoppable though. He's great.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp there's a reason why he's a Triple Crown winner, and he showed
Yes.
it. I think what happened was one team wanted it more than the other. I think the 49ers kind of obviously gave up too much, you know. I think Aaron Donald, if you see him in the game, he's like, I want my ring. I want my ring. So he's motivating the team like, yo, we got to step up on the defensive side. And once again, you know, going to point out to what Nikki, the multiple hours of conversation we had in reference to this quarterback. Once again, the game's on the line, and he makes a crucial mistake that cost the team something that he knows not to do. You know, he could have took the sack, went down for it on fourth down. Anything could happen. Instead, he decides to go for a pass or toss it to the running back that was there like a check down, overdid it because he was getting turned around. It gets batted in the air, gets picked off, field goal, that's it, game over. It is what it is. But the Rams wanted it more, in my opinion. The Rams wanted
Yes.
it. I felt that they understood the assignment when it came down to it. And, you know, you had Cooper Kupp, but you have Odell that's never been to – I don't think Odell's been this far in the playoffs ever. Stafford hasn't. You got Von Miller that has a ring already. You have Donald that went to the Super Bowl last time and lost. You got Ramsey that I don't think was on the team when they lost to the Pats last time. So, you know, now he's on the team. He's at a Super Bowl. So this is what these guys play for. And they knew that at the end of the day, it's either we go hard or we go home. They went hard and they go into the Super Bowl, which is happened to be their home. But, you know, hats out, hats off to them. I thought, you know, it didn't matter to me who won, but the fact that you saw the Rams actually play like the Rams could play is what makes it all the better. Nikki, you got anything you want to add?
I'm watching this Pro Bowl thing, and I just want y'all to know that it was precision targeting, like target, and it was obviously 2 players from AFC, 2 players from NFC. Well, the 2 players from AFC was Mac Jones and Renfro. NFC was Jefferson, and who do you think I'm simmering for?
I don't know.
Russell Wilson. So AFC got 9 points. 1 was from Renfro. The 8 was from Mac Jones. NFC got 25 points. All from Russell motherfucking Wilson.
That's in the target, right? That's when they have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All from Russell. Anyway.
June, you got anything you want to add?
I think Jimmy G played like Jimmy G played his entire career.
Let me pay attention.
So Jimmy G played like he played his entire career. He wasn't exciting. He wasn't boring. He was just like average. And that's exactly how he played in this damn NFC game. I mean, shoot, man, look at that. I hate to say this, but Joe Burrow would have never threw that ball if he was swung around like that. There's no way, you know, and that guy is, I don't know, a lot of seasons more into the game than Joe Burrow is.
I'm happy you said that, June. Thank you.
But Jimmy G, I'm not saying he's a horrible quarterback at all. I'm just saying he played like he normally played, and he didn't play exciting. Like I don't know, if you're one game away from the Super Bowl, like hello, make better decisions, my dude. And that pass that you threw at the end, the interception, it looks a little bit similar to Kyler Murray's, except the dude didn't run it in for pick six. Now, I mean, the 49ers, I think they're one missing piece away from going to the Super Bowl, and that missing piece is that quarterback. I mean, I hate to say it. Now you got the Rams, man. The Rams are like, they're like the Miami Heat when they had all the pieces and they were supposed to win.
When they cheated to make it to the national championship in 2011. I agree.
I don't think they cheated. I just think that
they took Ray Allen from me. They took Ray Allen from me. They had Chris Bosh. They have LeBron.
Hold on. Hey, that's cool. But check this out. They also failed to win that first championship. So
that was karma for taking Ray Allen.
It's kind of similar to their last Super Bowl. They had superstars and they didn't make it either. So they didn't win. Now in this case right here, hey, man, OBJ again plays his role. Yes, we're all focused on how great Cooper Kupp is, and we can't deny that. I'm gonna always give that man his prop because he deserves it. And you know how I feel about that in the MVP thing already, Frank. We talked about it, and you agree with me. Don't say no. But OBJ to me is one of those pieces where they ain't talking about him enough on how well he played his role. He kept his composure even after that crazy hit to the head that I thought he was gonna get a concussion. I'm not gonna lie. And then everybody else did their thing, you know. I'm not surprised the Rams made it, but in this case right here, Frank, this is a side note. We're rooting for the Rams. I mean, for the Bengals at this point. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All day.
Point. Yeah,
all day, baby.
Yeah, June. I understand. I understand the assignment, June. Trust me. Bree, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I understood the assignment too for you guys' thing with Sal.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of money on the line. You know, June, I can't disagree. And I'm gonna tell you why I can't disagree. One thing that you said that's 100% is he tried to do too much when he should have known better. You know what I'm saying? That's my only takeaway, and that's always gonna be my criticism of Jimmy G. It's he's a winner. He wins. He's actually over 70% winning percentage. He's up there with Brady, Mahomes. I forgot who else. They had a stat. I'm gonna take a picture so I can send it to Nikki and show her. But it was up there. It was on like NFL Network or ESPN or something. And he's up there. So my question, my thing for Jimmy is, you've been to Super Bowl, so it's not that you can't get to one. You've been to one, and again, maybe the team didn't call the right plays because Kyle Shanahan's under pressure too. A lot of people criticized him. You got to think three times now he's blown a lead. He was offensive coordinator to the Falcons when he blew a 28-3 lead to the Patriots. Mm-hmm. He was the head coach when he blew the lead to the Chiefs, and he was also the head coach now. So, and you're an offensive coordinator. That's your mindset. You're not a defensive coordinator like Brian Flores, Tomlin, Belichick, stuff like that. You're an offensive coordinator. That's what you are. You're the head coach with an offensive mind. And the play calling was a little critique, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because the mistake came from the quarterback that should have known better. And not did that. Take the sack, bro. Just take the sack, throw a Hail Mary or whatever, But I like to see what they're gonna do next year. Jimmy G's gone. We all know it. They're gonna trade him off. Trey Lance is going. That's the rookie, right? Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
So you better do something because people like Debo and them, they're gonna get tired of coming up short and go to teams that have a chance where they can come up big. Kind of like what the Rams did. Sell the house. They got rid of all their draft picks. They don't have a draft pick until 2068. And and McVay's put it on the line. I just hope.
You stupid.
I don't want them to win. I want the Bengals to win, but and it would be upsetting. Think about it. We're gonna do our predictions next week, but just think about that shit. You get all the way. You sell the house. You living in your car.
Just like June said, the 2011 Miami Heat.
And you get to that big game because Stafford is still Stafford. Let's not forget that he's not. And
you know what's so funny is I will never forget when the Bucks and the Rams played for the divisional playoff game. And you said, oh, don't worry, Stafford's going to be Stafford and throw an interception or two. And he ain't thrown out one in that game.
They fumbled 4 times though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they fumbled, but
he didn't. And I feel like but let's see. It was a good game overall, exciting, and it wasn't. That's what I think I like about all these playoff games is that since the wild card to now, the only wild card that was kind of this thing was the Chiefs versus Steelers, but every other game after that was kind of a close game, and then you get to these games, and it's other excitement too. So I mean, hats off to the Rams. They won. They're going to the Super Bowl versus Bengals. We'll do that next week. So what else we got?
Wait a minute.
What's up?
I didn't get asked what I thought about that game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did. You said you're watching two people.
You said you're
ball.
watching the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
No, he asked me about the other game.
Oh,
he asked me.
My bad, Nikki. Go ahead. I thought I did ask you. I'm sorry. Nikki, what's your take?
I just want you to know that Parson just won the fastest man because Tyreek almost fell. But anyway, June, I really don't have to say anything because you said everything that I could have said, right? Without even saying everything I want to say. You got what I'm saying?
No.
That's all I got.
I mean, I didn't want to do it. It is itching. It's itching me so bad.
No. Me too. It's itching me a little bit too.
It's right there. And
Nikki, because when we asked you by yourself, you couldn't give us an answer. But when other people answer, you based your yep, that's it. Yep, that's why. But it's like, Nikki, you should have said that.
That is a bowl, a pile of caca.
Well, I said this because you don't think he could take you to the next step. You said you don't think he could take him to the next step. And what June said is he don't think he could take him to the Super Bowl, which he already did.
June said on the 49ers, they're missing one link. And the one link they're missing is the quarterback. I said the weakest link on the 49er is
you said the
Jimmy
quarterback.
G.
No,
What did I say that didn't link up with what June just said?
No. When he was saying like the stuff that he was saying about him, playing like how he's been playing all season and all that stuff. When we asked you why did he when we asked you what makes him the weakest link? That's what we asked you. And you couldn't answer us. You couldn't answer us. You couldn't.
What makes him the weakest link has been proven. Jimmy G proves.
So I'm gonna ask June the same question I asked you. All right, so June, since the missing piece is the quarterback,
we don't have to go.
No, I'm asking June a question. So June, you said the missing piece is the quarterback, right? Who do you think should fit into that 49ers offense that will fit? Who do you think is the right piece to fit with that type of offense?
I don't know. Nowadays you can't go too wrong with a mobile quarterback. So if I had to sit here and say Deshaun Watson, I would have to say Deshaun Watson, just because I mean, if you think about it, mobile quarterbacks nowadays, to me, I think he's a decent pocket passer, and then just him being mobile, just adds that much more of that dangerous, I don't know, that dangerous skill to that team. So I think Deshaun Watson right now, if he goes over there, you got Deebo Samuel. You got you got that whole damn team. You got the whole damn team. Then you put Deshaun Watson there. Oh my goodness.
Thanks, June. Frank. When I was asked, who did I say I would take over Jimmy G?
Any black quarterback in the league.
I didn't say any black. I named a person.
You said Lamar Jackson.
And why did I say Lamar Jackson?
Because he could run.
Because okay, so what the fuck did June just say? It was a different vote. He just picked a different player.
So
The reason it was
so
still
the
the same.
So I got you.
Well,
I'm
no,
glad you
it's
brought that
not.
up.
No, it's not because Lamar's not a pocket passer.
That's what I was about to say. Deshaun
Lamar's
Watson.
not a pocket passer.
Deshaun
Yes,
is more
mobile.
accurate
Yes,
than-
he's
than-
mobile, but he's not a pocket passer. He's mobile in the pocket.
All I said was I will
Mobile
take
doesn't
a
mean that he's
more
going to be a running back and just run the
explosive.
ball the entire
So you
time.
did say Lamar was more
You
explosive.
said Lamar.
Thank you. Listen. See, I gave my reasoning. Just because I didn't use the same word he used, don't mean that my reasoning wasn't valid for me.
But
But
Pretty much
when
valid.
we asked
You
you,
repeat it. But you
No.
know what? I wasn't even trying to go there. All I was trying to say was,
but it's
that-
funny because when we asked you Lamar or Jimmy G, or when we asked you Lamar or Dak or Lamar or Tannehill, we weren't asking you them for the offense part.
First
because you
of
still
all,
never
see, Bree,
answered that question.
your
But that's
memory
not what
is
we
not
asked
great.
for.
but
Your question was always,
hold up
who
though.
would I pick
So
over Jimmy G? I said Lamar. You never said, would you pick Lamar over Dak? That was never the question. It
No,
was
I
always
said Jimmy G
this
over
person
Dak, and you
over
said,
Jimmy G.
see, that
I'm
was
not even
hard.
gonna argue it. I
No.
made my
I
point.
said Jimmy G
and I'm
or
fine
Dak,
with it.
and then I
Listen,
said Ryan Tannehill
look,
or
look,
Dak
look.
or Jimmy G.
Mike drop.
you have, and that's what's crazy about it is when you said explosive, and my comeback was like, yeah, he might be explosive, but he's not the person that's going to throw the ball down the field and get you where you got to go. So explosive,
Who's
yes,
that?
sell you tickets. Lamar will sell you ticket, but we've already seen that in some of the big games in the postseason because that's what matters most. I don't give a damn what you do in the regular season. When we get to the postseason, can you win the game? And we already had this argument and we discussed it. And we pulled up stats and you said, look, Dak had better numbers, but he's choked in the, when
I
it
didn't
came
say
to
that. My
playoff-
chief did, but you good.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I called it out. My issue with you is it's your opinion. I shouldn't have an issue with it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, just like it's June's opinion, what he said. For me, in my mind, is the same quarterback that you're saying can get you to a Super Bowl already took a team to the Super Bowl. And it wasn't only on him why that team lost either. Let's just be clear. That team gave up how many points to Patrick Mahomes? But they let Mahomes play the best football of his life in the last 7 minutes of a game. So, and we say this all the time, right? When it comes down to you have offense, you have defense. Unlike basketball, where Kyrie was up on Steph, he shook Steph, take the step back three, they win the game. Brady's not guarding, or Mahomes is not guarding Jimmy G and vice versa. It's that defense. And in that game, that defense gave up all the points. And then I feel, in my opinion, the play calling was horrible from Kyle Shanahan for Jimmy G to drive him down the field. This last play, though, this last game, I have to give you the credit. He threw the pass behind his back. So he tried to check it down. It got batted up and intercepted. It was a bad decision on his part. My argument was, though, and it doesn't have to change your opinion or sway what you feel, because that's what you feel. But for me, I said the guy's a winner. When he's available, when he's healthy and he's available, he wins. He got over 70% winning. We already looked up his stats. In the playoffs, he's won more games than most people have. He's been to more playoff games than Lamar, than Mahomes, than Deshaun Watson. No, not Mahomes, I'm sorry. Then Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that he's better than. And based on his last play, I have to give you credit on your answer. It solidifies your thought process. It solidifies your opinion. The difference between what you said and June said, June articulated it better than you did. And you said that. He used different words. That's all it was. It doesn't say that you were wrong. It's just how you articulated it was this thing. But again, this is your opinion. It's not something that we could look up in a dictionary and say, yes or no. Is she right or wrong? Factual, that's wrong. No, it's an opinion. So
I'm not upset. I just thought that it was just very good and funny that exactly what I said about their weakest link is the same weak link.
well, no, that's
all.
The conversation was more than just that, though. It wasn't just the weakest.
No, that's what started the conversation.
Yeah, but then you went on to other stuff, and when there was other questions asked, you gave us the the Donald Trump answers, and we was just like, yo, hold
No,
on.
I gave the same answer. Jimmy G is the weakest link of the 49ers.
That was the
Um,
original question. That and you know,
and then the question that I wouldn't answer was
you know,
the question I didn't come up with was who would I take? And I said, I'm not looking at who I would take. The only reason why Lamar came up was because that was the option I was given. The only reason why Dak came up was that was the option I was given. The only reason why who else? Tannehill was given came up, it was because that was the option I was given. What I said was if I was looking at my roster and I'm like, bro, I need to fix a weak point. My weak point would be Jimmy G.
well, we're gonna see next season. Because
I don't think Jimmy G gonna be there.
no, he's not gonna be there. I don't think that Trey Lance is the answer, in my opinion. I don't think
100%.
And you know what? There's a lot of teams out there that need a quarterback, and Jimmy G to me could start in another team. He gets another shot somewhere. And
Frank, you're wearing a jersey.
the Bucks, yeah. The Bucks, he can go there. Where, you know,
that's a great point, man.
No, like he could throw the ball deep down to
my
Evans.
See, I get
To
frustrated.
who?
I get frustrated with people like Nikki
To Mike Evans.
because I do. I get frustrated with people like her because I can sit here and say he made a bad decision, but I can also sit here and point out the qualities that he do have that make him a fit. Anybody can win a Super Bowl if you got the right match.
A fit. So I'm confused on your comment.
What?
Okay, he could be a fit somewhere else. Maybe.
You see that's not the same thing. You can't say he could be and then maybe. Like I'm saying he can be.
No, could be and maybe is the same thing. Nothing is affirmative.
You take a person like you put him on a team with a good defense, like a Trent Dilfer, and you can win a Super Bowl. And then he get a ring. So
I got a question, Frank.
Hold up. My question, Nikki, is who's the only quarterback with 2 rings in the league right now? I just want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. He won it by a fluke.
Oh no, he rode the bench, but he got him. June, what's up? What's your question?
My question for Frank is
What's up?
the way that Jimmy G played this year
Mhm.
and in the playoffs, and the way that the Patriots finished. If we were to put Jimmy G in the Patriots this year with the coaching of Belichick, do you think there would have been a different game? Pats versus the Bills.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. I really do think so.
I think so. And I'm gonna tell you, he was drafted by the Patriots. He started a few games for us, and he was in the system so long that he knows the play calling. So I think that him in New England with the way, so the thing about coaching,
if he had stronger weapons on New England, then definitely.
Well, no. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think the coaching of New England is what makes a team, right? What makes them great is that they harp on your strengths, not your weaknesses.
Mhm.
So I don't think that they would ask him to do something that he can't do. Makes sense? And he knows that in New England, you're not gonna take no turnaround spin and throw the ball in the air. That's not gonna rock with Belichick. You know what I'm saying? So,
He's gonna walk on the field himself and drag you off.
yeah, they're gonna take you out. You're gonna sit the bench, buddy. So we see what Mac Jones did his first year with those decent weapons. They're not great weapons, but they're decent weapons.
Yeah, they're decent.
And I saw what he was doing when Brady was suspended for 4 games. The first 2 games he played, he did pretty good. He won. And we didn't have the weapons that, we didn't have big weapons like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he could have won. I think the game could have been different. Experience plays a part too. He's not trash. That's I guess my issue with the facial expressions that Nikki's making, because it's there. It's like rude as fuck. But I guess my issue with it is the fact that, are we saying the dude is trash, or are we just saying that right now that he couldn't get that team over the hump? Because if we say the dude is trash, then show me trash numbers. Show me where he's trash. Trash is losing records. Trash is you can't win a game. And we talking about a guy that's been to 2 NFC championships, won 1, and went to the Super Bowl. So he's 0-1 in the Super Bowl and 1-2 in the NFC championship. I mean, what other quarterback did that? that's playing right now besides Mahomes. Allen ain't. Well, he been to one conference championship. Who else? Stafford's his first one. Your man's Aaron, he's 1-4 in the NFC conference championship. That's a losing record. He's 25%? You know what I'm saying? And he 0-9. Well, I forgot his record.
0-4 against the 49ers in the divisional round.
And who beat him when they lost 3 years ago? The same guy you said can't lead a team over the hump. So I don't know. I just, if we're going to talk.
I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's trash, bro. And I don't, like I said, and when I say I don't think he's great, and I don't think he's like, I don't think he's trash. I think he's like slightly above average. And that's just mainly, like you said, all those play calls, right? Everything every strength that a player has is based off of those play calls. You're not gonna sit here and call these crazy bombs on a running quarterback. It's just ain't gonna happen. That's why Vic was the way he was. But when it comes to Jimmy G, in my opinion, I mean, this dude been through a lot of crazy injuries in the last 2 years, right? Shoot, let's pull it 3 years, and I'm not here trying to make a statement or justifying his situation. But the reason why I think he would still have a good running for a starting position anywhere is because of what he's been through, what he's gotten through, and the positions that he's been in. So because of those reasons, I think that he's still a starting quarterback. And I mean, shoot, that man was getting lit up in the game. I don't know if you see those hits, but he was getting lit up, and he still got up into his thing. I don't know, that toughness plays a big part too,
Yeah. It's all about that one play. And I said this yesterday. We criticize people like the head coach, right? You got a head coach and he makes that gutsy call on 4th and whatever. They convert. We're like, oh, yo, that dude was genius. He doesn't convert and we criticize him. So, I mean, it's all about that. But go ahead, Nick. I think you want to say something. You look like you want to rebut. It's like I can see in your brain. It's theirs. It's a picture in the ceiling. You can see the words come out.
No. I just wanted to say, don't be sensitive. Because you said facial expression.
Frank, she's trying to play you, Frank.
She is.
That's number one. Number two, you and Bree are very fond of just adding words. Just like you say, are you saying he's trash? I never said he was trash. The day we was having a conversation. Oh, Nikki said he was mediocre. I never even called him mediocre. All I said was he is the weakest link. That's all. That's all. I never called him trash.
Who did you call mediocre then? Because the last podcast we were talking, and you said someone was mediocre.
It wasn't Jimmy G. I never said Jimmy G was mediocre.
Did I say?
I know, but I'm trying to figure out because you said
right now when you was like, your facial expression, are you saying he's bad or he's not a good player? He trash?
You said that. You said, what's the word before you said? Are you saying? Isn't that
Yes, I understand that. This is the thing.
You put at the end of the sentence when it's like a question, when you're asking, it's a question mark, right? So are you?
The reason why I bring it up about you being sensitive was
because I want clarity. Because I speak. I mean,
I'm about to help you. I'm about to help you.
I just want to know. So, if I said, "Are you saying that he's trash?" Is that putting words in your mouth? Because putting words in your mouth, and I got 3 people on here that could agree or not, or 2, would be saying Nikki said he was trash, or Nikki said he was.
The thing is this.
Or Nikki said that he was the bottom of the barrel, that he's better, that he's worse than her quarterback that started. But no, I didn't say that. I said, are you saying that he's trash? Because I want to know.
It wouldn't. It should. So I'm about to answer your question.
Your mouth, or did I ask you a question?
No, I'm about to. No. The question was you insinuating me because you just said it. Oh, all these facial expressions. Are you saying he's trash? I never said that. This conversation happened over a week ago. No, you're trying to insinuate.
I didn't put words in your mouth. I asked you a question.
No. When you said, this is exactly what you said. Her rude and all the facial expressions. Are you trying to say it's okay. Don't be sensitive not over Jimmy G. Pick another player to be sensitive over. I think he's the weakest link.
What's next, Bree? What's next?
Don't be sensitive, Frank. Don't be sensitive.
Well, that topic took a long time. I love this thing. Okay, so my main man, Adam Chef, right? That's who I get my inside scoop from. He be texting me,
Yes.
He was under heat this week because he released the Brady retirement report before Brady announced it or clarified that he was retiring. My favorite part about the entire Adam Schefter published a ESPN report stating that Brady is officially retiring after 22 seasons on Saturday. What day was Saturday? The 29th, January 29th.
Yeah.
Yes, because 30th, yeah. On January 29th, and the entire world was going crazy over Brady. The post, everything, the thank you, the tweets, everything was going. Then it came out from Brady's team and Brady's father that Brady has not decided yet if he was retiring. Now, the best part about it was right after that came out, the memes were golden on Adam Schefter. He stayed off Twitter, and it was like, dang. Not only, we joked and we said, yo, whoever released that report is definitely getting fired. they get their badge confiscated as we speak. And then it'll be Adam Schefter. And I love me some Adam. So I was like, oh, no. He just made one little tiny mistake. But that little tiny mistake just affected the whole entire country.
He
but the memes, I'll never forget. I will never forget the memes. He went ghost until Sunday.
It looked bad on his part. You put something out, you're your credible reporter, and then it said that it's not facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he got it from a reliable source. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be somebody in Brady's camp that said it. And I was watching it probably was. I was watching something.
I was like, AB probably told him that shit.
I was watching something. They were like, it's hard to keep things a secret today. Sometimes you sell a house. Remember when they sold the house in Boston, that big house they had built, and people were like, oh, he's leaving New England. He's leaving New England. Giselle probably stops buying or cancels a contract with a certain company, and it's all of a sudden why they canceling it. So I mean, he dropped it early. He did drop it early. He did.
I would have came back after Brady announced it and put a meme and said, "Told you so."
No, but what he did after Brady announced his retirement, he went on Twitter and liked all the memes talking shit about him, about Adam, all the memes talking shit about Adam Schefter. Huh?
He put him up?
He liked them. So if you go on Twitter and go to his tweets, he liked all the tweets. It was like, F you, Adam Schefter, you're a liar, you're a POS, and all this other stuff. He went and liked every single tweet. So that was his way of saying, told you so.
But I want, anyway, it doesn't matter. He put it out early. He got beat up for it. And then Brady announced it, Tuesday, I think it was anyways. Tuesday. And, confirmed what Shefty heard. I don't know. It's a sad day, but end of an era. You know what I'm saying? You got Big Ben going out. Brady. The only person really left is Aaron Rodgers. And you said in Wentz?
Did I say Wentz? I said they got wins.
Oh no. It's so Aaron Rodgers left. And I don't know, man. To me, 22 years in the league, all the stats pretty much. 7 Super Bowl rings, 10 appearances, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 NFL MVPs. All top, when they had the 100 years, he was one of the quarterbacks there. So, shout out to Tom Brady, successful career.
Yes, definitely.
A lot of teams.
You are, you know, I'll give Brady his respect, right? He is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time, greatest NFL player of all time. I think that's what Kraft said. And Belichick said the same thing.
He did. He did.
I might not like you for a lot of years, but I respect the hell out of you. So, I, you know, hats off. You will be missed. Of course, you know, a lot of people are happy. You know, a lot of people are happy. I'm not.
Why?
And because, let me reword it. A lot of people are happy that he's leaving.
Yeah.
Because now their teams have a bigger shot of winning games, beating the Bucks, like, you know. And the reason why I'm saying I'm not is because you shouldn't want it to be that easy, you know. You shouldn't want it to be like, oh, thank God Brady's gone. We all have a shot now, right? You want to be the one to say, I beat Tom Brady, you know, not wait for him to retire to be able to beat the team that he retired from. Like,
yeah, I remember saying that in Super Bowl 52.
Yeah.
Hey, the Eagles will be the last team to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
You saw what Eli said to him. He said, we congratulate him in the years. And he's like, you know, when you won a Super Bowl when I was in college, you won a Super Bowl after I retired. But thank you for sharing 2 of the Super Bowls with me. At the end of his post. You know, yeah, I mean, I can go on and on about Brady, but to me,
what was your favorite moment from your quarterback? Like, what is the moment that sticks in your head forever? One moment.
Super Bowl 51.
From your previous quarterback.
I don't understand why you mean previous. I don't get it.
She said from your quarterback. Your quarterback is Mac Jones right now. So.
Oh, yeah. No, as a Brady fan, I think
amnesia.
Super Bowl 51. And the reason I say that is because nobody ever came back from a deficit like that in the Super Bowl. And then nobody ever went into overtime in the Super Bowl. And he went into overtime, drove it down, and he got a touchdown. There was no field goal and stop the team. He got a touchdown. And it showed what Brady could do. And he cemented that was his 5th ring. And at that point, that's when he passed Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw. He was 1 away from catching up to Jordan with all, 6 rings. And it still wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? It still wasn't enough. So I think that was my biggest moment was 51 when he didn't give up and he kept pushing and came back and brought that team back to win the Super Bowl, against a team that was rocking them, you know? That was my moment.
Hey, so.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, so I picked up a couple of magazines lately, really fast. My bad. So I picked up this one right the other day, the ESPN John Madden one. Super dope. I keep it in my den room just for if you guys come over, you can just read it. And then the other day I picked up this one, right? I think it's a dope magazine. And I think ESPN was a little wild. The last page on the magazine is pretty interesting, but you can't beat it.
Oh yes, that's
the last page.
That's dope.
I mean,
I think that's the last page in the magazine. So if you guys haven't bought it, definitely buy it.
I'm gonna go get it. I didn't know it was out, so I'll go Saturday and get it. But
yeah, because you got to get Phil better.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, $199 overall. I mean, it's amazing.
So me and Frank talked about it yesterday, and I thought it was very, very, very beautiful of what Ben said about Tom Brady, and what he said about his kids and Tom Brady. So Ben's farewell to Tom Brady's farewell to Ben was funny. Like he made it a joke. It was very funny, very thoughtful. And Ben said, for most of the time in sports, the greatest of all time is an opinion. I'm thankful that I got to compete against you, and even more grateful that my kids actually got to watch the greatest of all time. And I thought that was so beautiful.
And we talked about it. A lot of respect between the two, even after the games. Remember, Brady wouldn't shake certain people's hands after a loss. There's certain people he would not. He didn't
He
do
would
it.
just walk straight to the
He
locker
didn't do
room.
it for Foles in the Super Bowl. He walked straight to the locker room. But Ben, Aaron Rodgers, I think Eli, even a few people he would walk up to because he respected them. That was his way of like, okay, I give you that. But nah, good respect between both of them. A lot of we sometimes get wrapped up in the rivalry and the fans
Yes.
that we forget that they text each other. You know what I'm saying? They be
Boy.
hanging out and taking trips together and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see. Good to see. It's gonna be a good enshrinement to Canton when both of them go in first time up. So Nikki, what's up? You wanted to say something.
No. I just agree with what you say. Like, yeah, you know, when you're on the team, you support your team. And at times, you know, you look at another team like, oh, you're my kryptonite. And not saying that they did that, but at the end of the day, these people are still humans. They're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just my job. This is my profession. This is what keep food in my, you know, kids, family mouths, but doesn't take away from, you know, the individual. You know what I'm saying? So I think both, granted, you know, Brady is a little menace. So I think his message was Brady-like, and I think Ben was Ben-like. And, you know, it's just, they did have respect for each other. And we as fans will respect them as well. They truly will be missed.
It's funny because I was telling Frank that you could also tell they have such a good friendship because Ben's youngest, he changed the name of his youngest because he said that if he went with the name that his wife wanted, Brady would think that he's naming his son after him and he would never live it down.
I mean, would you think about it? I wouldn't.
Like, oh, you named your son after me.
You love me so much.
Agree, I know.
Fan.
I'm not you out.
Did it. All right, so what else we got, Bree? Because I know next week we're going to cover the Super Bowl predictions and stuff like that.
We are going to guess pitchers, guess the NFL player, and then we are
Doing this shit is hard.
Then we it's not. Look, I made it so much easier because they could not guess the other ones. And then after that, we're going to talk about the Brian Flores situation, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I'm going to click. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, make me a host, Frank, so I can share my screen.
That's right. Yeah, my bad. Hold on. Make host. There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Share screen. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I was about, what happened?
Can you see my home screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first picture we have this one.
Oh.
This person looked like themselves, but who is the person?
I don't know. June, who you got?
Okay, you don't know, June?
That's I know who it is too. He's a football
I know it
player.
looked like mac and cheese.
No.
No.
You know, I be guessing half of the time.
All right. Y'all ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's Trevor Lawrence.
I know it.
It
damn
looks
it.
like him.
No.
It
way.
looks like him.
That's
That's
Trevor.
Sunshine.
It
That
looked
is
like him.
Trevor
It looks like
Lawrence.
him.
Yes.
It looks like him.
Oh,
Look, that is him. Look at his face.
Yeah, it looks like him.
He don't look like that now.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
resembles.
he has the same face with long hair.
Yeah,
Like,
he
eyes,
resembles.
nose, everything.
Wow. Maybe we should see
It
the
does look like him.
you know what I'm saying? So you can see the nose.
I
All
was
right,
say it
next-
looked like him.
Next one.
Mac Jones.
That is Mac Jones.
He got that same smile. That same
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
He sure do.
All right, next one.
Oh hell no.
Zach
Don't
Wilson.
know.
No.
Oh,
No, don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Look like a regular kid to me.
Right.
Y'all
Go
good?
down
Yeah.
the street.
All right, that's Baker Mayfield.
no way.
No,
Yes, that is Baker Mayfield.
it don't look like him.
At home with
Yeah, don't.
That is Baker. Okay, next picture. Who's that?
Oh, that's Kyle.
No,
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 that's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
that
that's
looks
Hurts.
like him though.
Yeah, it looked like him.
Get the eyes, the nose, everything.
He just don't got the hair no more.
June, you should. That looked just like him.
Nah, shit. I don't know. At first, I only had to look really hard. So you said something.
Mhm.
Because I was thinking, and you
That's Jalen.
just said it. You didn't give anybody an opportunity to guess.
I said Jalen Hurts.
No.
Yeah, you said
I
Jalen.
heard you.
All right, next picture. Who's that?
Oh, James Conner.
James Conner. Looks exactly
Yeah, that's
still
Conner.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Connor.
He's so cute. Next. Who's that?
I was gonna say something, but uh, I don't know what that is.
Wait. Hold on, because this person looked like themselves too.
Yeah, but I can't put it.
I can't either.
Oh, no.
He on the
Jim,
same.
you know?
He on the
Oh,
same.
no.
No, it's not Jameis.
No, I didn't think it was James.
Oh.
Who, Bree?
No, I got it. It's I got it.
Who?
Hold on.
Yes.
Ramsey.
No, he hurt.
That's Jalen Ramsey.
That's Ramsey.
That's Ramsey.
Oh no, I don't look like Ramsey.
It's
That's
crazy.
Jalen
It
Ramsey.
didn't hit me until you started saying, "Oh, I know who that is." I was like, "Hold on, is that Jalen Ramsey?"
I think
That's not who I was gonna say.
Yep, this is the easiest one. Easiest one.
Jefferson.
No.
Yeah.
No, Bree, can't put it.
Y'all can't?
Nah, who's that?
That's Najee Harris.
No
No.
way.
No,
But
they do look like him. Though.
I didn't see his face a lot this year, so I couldn't tell you. Like,
Oh.
I've seen Jalen's face.
And I think that's the last one.
Okay.
I got all of them.
No, Nikki did not, Nikki.
I didn't get one, Brie.
Yeah,
you didn't.
That shit pretty tough.
Let me get.
Now I got Jalen.
That was fun.
You made me host again or no?
Oh no, let me do that.
Yeah. All right, Bree, take it for the last topic, and Nikki's going to talk first.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was the
Okay.
last topic?
She has a
So
second.
the last topic is
Don't tell me what I'm gonna do.
so Brian Flores is suing the NFL for filing a lawsuit against the NFL.
Very good. I support.
You know how somebody watches? They don't. Yeah, very good. Good answer. Good answer.
Listen, they're playing dodgeball. But anyway,
Oh my God.
so so I'm so I don't know. I don't think what he did was bad or wrong or no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I want to say this. Like, I'm happy you did it, whatever, but damn, is it really gonna change anything? Like, they've been exposed 1,000,001 time, and we don't get the response. You get what I'm saying? Like, or the change that we want to see, we don't see it. You get what I'm saying? So I commend him for doing it. I just wish that him doing it is not in vain.
Well, June, you want to go?
I think when it first happened, when he got fired, it left all of us with question marks. For the fact that he wasn't hired yet, I think it still left us with a lot of question marks. Some things are just blatantly obvious. And this is one of those things. Man, because we all know that there's a lot of teams out there that could have benefited from having somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from where he's coming from, it's crazy, and I'm excited to see what the outcome is going to be, because somebody's getting burnt, you know, and the outcome. They're gonna try to hold people accountable, so on and so forth. It's just interesting as hell, to be really honest. It sometimes just leaves you speechless, no words. I'm just very curious to see what's gonna happen with the result.
So I'm when we all saw it, we spoke, and look, first off, hats off to him. It takes a lot to stand up there and go up against a machine like the NFL. And you're taking on owners that are billionaires. Their money goes long. They can stay in court all day, every day, and take you through the ringer just to prove a point. We all know the Rooney Rule. It's bogus rule. All it's basically saying that before you hire a white coach, you just got to give a minority a chance to interview him. So I could own a team and know that I'm going to hire Nicky regardless. But guess what? Because I got to interview at least one minority person or one male, I'm gonna interview June to do the check in the block, and then I'm still going to go with Nicky. He had a lot of things that he pointed out. I heard his they had a lot of things that was right. So they said they submitted like a 60-page thing against the NFL, and like within minutes they're like, there's no merit to this. But you had Brady and Deflategate, and they took their time to come out with a statement. He called out the Broncos for showing up late to the interview. He said they showed up disheveled. They looked like they were drunk or they were out hanging out the whole night. Of course, Elway and them said that's not true. They had all this other stuff. He spoke about the Giants situation. So this is one thing that that's going to happen. Me and that he put out the text message from Belichick, which we already established that Belichick ain't do nothing wrong. He just texted the wrong person. But now in the investigation, they can go into Belichick and see, well, let me see the text message that you had with this person to know that Brian Daboll got picked before him. So it's like that effect that, let's say we're on a ship and I email Nicky, and Nicky and I start having a conversation, but we're being investigated. And I mentioned that June and Bree broke curfew to go hang out. Now they're checking their emails, and now their email says something different, and everybody's getting investigated. So I hope he still got 2 more interviews, one with the Saints. I forgot who the team was. So he could still get hired. He let those teams know that what he was doing. So he was upfront. Brian Flores said that he deals in truth, facts, his truth, the truth. And I don't think that he's lying. I think that he has a good case. And he's not the type to sign an NDA and take some money and not let you see what was said. At this point, if he's gonna go all out, he's going all out. And he ain't signed no NDA. So NFL, I hope it does create change. I think I hope it does create change. I hope they do hire more minority coaches. We only have one right now, who is Mike Tomlin. When there was a time where you had Jim Caldwell, Lovie Smith, Tony Dungy, Herm Edwards, Marvin Lewis in the Bengals. And now we have only one. It's crazy. It's only one. And I just named what I remember from what I saw. So, but there's one thing, Bree, if you have anything you want to add to that, I'll ask the question after.
There is one thing I do want to add to that. Him speaking up, we know like this is how it's been forever, but his one voice can be like a change. And like, you never know until you try. Yeah. I have not watched the full interview yet, Frank. I do plan on watching it tomorrow when I get ready for work. But I did watch the parts where he said like he knows like he's risking his career at this point doing it, but he does not care. He's standing up for what's right. And Frank said he did speak professional.
Yeah.
I hope something does get done. I was reading the Giants statement stating that they have receipts. So I'm going to finish reading that later on today to see what their receipts are.
So one of the things that we talk about, do you feel that the only way to change this is for minorities to start owning more sport, like owning a franchise? Do you think that'll change? In other words, and I don't agree with that because I feel like it shouldn't be a black person or a Puerto Rican or Hispanic or African, whatever, to hire another minority. You should be hired on the merit that you have good traits and qualities. You know what I'm saying? You know, Nikki called me trash. So, you know, at the end of the day, if a coach is good, then hire him because he's good. And he did great. He did great. And we all were surprised when he got fired. So do you guys think that that's true, that we should have more black or minority ownership to change the narrative?
So again, I'm about to give you a different or not a certain answer because I feel like if we have to do that to make change, then the narrative that is already being portrayed is factual. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not fair. Am I saying black people can't own stuff? No. But let's be honest. A lot of black people that can own it on that type of degree, that numbers ain't high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
No, that's fair. You're right.
Also, it shouldn't take us like
Right.
having a like black owners and a black organization to show that we're doing a position. Like it shouldn't like an all black organization and stuff. Like it shouldn't have to take that, you know, like we should be treated equal and respect as it is, regardless.
No, I agree. I just, you know, I hope it changes, man. I think we came so far for us to still have these issues, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
I could have said if he was whack, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm gonna go back to the original long debate. Like Nikki said, oh boy can't get people over the hump, right? So whatever another team says, we're not gonna start you because look at your last play you had was an interception. So I'm not gonna start you. I'm gonna bring you on the team as a backup. We've seen Jameis go through it. We've seen other quarterbacks go through it. But that's not the case for him as a coach. You know, as a coach, he turned that organization around. And you know, he even admitted, I think in the interview, he said, you know, his the way he approached certain things and the Dolphins probably led to his demise. You know, he didn't take the bribe. He fired offensive coordinators or people that he felt weren't on his team. And I just feel like when you have a head coach, if I'm an owner and Bree's the GM and we hire Nikki to be the head coach, then I have to let her be the head coach. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation. Obviously, I'm interviewing her. And I feel that there's something there that she's giving me that tells me she's going to have my team's best interest. So, hey, here's a team. Do what you got to do. And I feel like they didn't do that with him. I felt like, you know, they hired him and then they try to control the narrative. And then you got Hugh Jackson, right? That came out and said that the Bengals, was it, or the Browns? The Browns was paying him.
The Browns paying him
Money to lose. And that's crazy for draft capital. So, we'll see how it shapes out. I hope he gets a job. But like he said, if he doesn't get a job, but it changes for everybody else, he's fine. And if he doesn't get
and
a
then
job,
you just said something that kind of made me think of saying, if you hire anybody for whatever position, allow that person to do their job. Let him do his job. There's no reason you got him as a head coach, and I'm just talking about when he was a doctor, as a head coach. But he really ain't, because the owner still, and because this person still, like, no, let this person do their job. Period. I don't know. It's just, who was saying that? Chad. Chad was saying, oh, this stuff is rigged. You take the fun out of these games when you do some of this foolishness. Some of these games are saving lives, like legit saving lives. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway.
But they also, talking to Frank about it yesterday, they brought up Mike Tomlin too last night, and it was just saying like they expect the black head coaches to always like win, and when one thing goes wrong, they want to put them on a back burner. And the reason why they brought up Mike Tomlin is when we were losing those games at the beginning of the season, the first thing they were talking about was sending him to college football, as if he didn't have 14 winning seasons right before the first couple of games.
and it's
Yeah,
sad.
like the expectations aren't the same.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And once you fall into a narrative that they expect you to fall into, your trash. Forget what else
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know you have shown and you have done. It's crazy.
And I will never forget the way he answered that question. And he says, I am the head coach of a national football league. I'm not going to play or not going to coach college. I am not speaking on this today nor in the future. So don't ask me nothing like that ever again. I was like, period. That's how you clear a bitch.
No, I mean, and I'm glad he did that. And the thing with
Mhm.
Tomlin and and when I said these guys spoke professional, I say that because they weren't. It was sometimes the speculation of us when we get on camera is that we're not professional, we're not educated, or we
Yeah.
don't know how to articulate ourselves in
Mhm.
certain words. And people forget that some of these people have degrees,
Right.
scholars.
Educate.
Yeah, and one thing Brian Flores said is like, I come from Brooklyn. I'm first generation American. My parents are immigrants, and I went to school and all this other stuff. And you got to give him, put the respect where it deserves. You know what I'm saying? He's not out there with the rah rah like, or even when they would interview him, they was still he used certain words, and obviously he can't say what he want to say because it's being investigated and all that other stuff. His lawyers did some talking too, but he wasn't up there with no attitude or nothing. No, and I respect when they said, ask him a question when they think, people, what if people say you're lying? He said, I deal in truth. I deal in truth. I have no reason to lie.
Right. I
This
gotta watch that interview.
has been good to me. It was quick. It was 20 minutes. He didn't really say much, but I think I like Brian Flores. I do. I think the Giants should have picked him up. I think it'd been great to market it. He's from Brooklyn. He could have turned your organization around. And I think the reason people don't want to take him on too is because he wants to bring Deshaun Watson wherever he goes. And some of these teams don't want that headache. But let me tell you something. If Deshaun is as good as he was before he got injured and got out the game, and he's been out for 2 years now, and he comes back.
Going on, yeah.
Those 2 years away, he's not getting hit. The body has time to heal. With the right diet and Brady's 44. You know what I'm saying? 44. So if Deshaun comes out with the good Pilates and appliability, whatever they call that thing, and he gets the TB12 method going, hey, he be winning again. Winning. So we'll see. More to follow on that.
Well, while we were talking, this is breaking news right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich is expected to remove himself from consideration from the Jaguars head coaching position.
Oh, that's not breaking news. That shit was 3 hours ago.
Oh, well, yep, he's saying peace out.
I wonder why. Then I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder why.
I could tell you why.
He wants a new GM.
Yeah.
And the owner said no.
Oh, well, we knew that already, though. I thought that's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not
But
breaking news.
but now he's like officially taking himself off of the consideration list.
Listen, sometimes what you want ain't what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there still. You still got I don't know off the top of my head, but you got teams out there that need it. You know what I'm saying? But look what the Raiders did. They hired Josh McDaniels. They brought one of the other guys from the Patriots to be the GM, and they just took another assistant offensive coordinator, their quarterback coach. They bring them to Raiders to be. They already poaching the Patriots. That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? They leave. They bring. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap up. We got more stuff. So next week we have plans of letting people call in to give their predictions, right? It's gonna be a quick segment though, like maybe 5 minutes, 3 minutes tops. Get Blanco on here so he can, take his shirt off and put his
Hooday!
and hooday and just go crazy. Next week I won't be struggling being sick, I can actually have a drink or two with him if he wants. Well, let's go. I want to say, I'm gonna start off first. Look, I was sick, got on here, was good. What you saw earlier is what we go through every week. At least once a month, we get into these hot debates, and they're just never on camera. It's always on the phone, FaceTime. But it's all love with Nick. You know, we go back and forth. Sometimes we see eye to eye. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we tag up on June and or Bree, or it's vice versa. But that's the love of the game that we have, you know, and that's what I wanted to bring to this. And I want people to see that not every time we get on camera, it's always going to be, oh, yeah, I agree with you, babe. It's awesome. You're awesome. Nikki, you're right. June, you hit on the head. Oh, I just cut myself. But but hey, it's all love. Good to get on here again. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm going to pass it off to Bree.
Always a pleasure doing this every single week, you know. Frank, I really do hope you feel better. Make sure you stay hydrated, drink your water and your tea. Good job. What is that?
Water.
Okay.
I
It looked yellow. Look like lemonade.
No. I finished the little seltzer water thing and put water in.
Oh, okay. And I just hope everyone has a fun and safe week. Pro Bowl is on Sunday. Okay. Team AFC.
Have duty.
I have a shipper. And also shout out to Tom Brady. End of an era, 22 years. My respect for you is up here. Also shout out to Bill Belichick because he sabotaged the Giants because they beat him in the Super Bowl twice. So he knew what he was doing. He did that on purpose. But that's all I have.
June?
You're on mute.
You're muted.
My bad. I was talking about Nikki, and then she must have heard me.
It was
But
muted.
today was definitely
It was
a
muted.
Monday for me. You know, I've been gone for a little bit, but yeah, hey, glad to be back. Crazy games. I hope the Pro Bowl is good. It's always kind of like, but I hope it's good. I know we just added another person to the Pro Bowl from the Eagles. That's what we do. And that's that.
Go ahead, Nikki. He makes me mad.
So you know what? I'll say this, right? Let me say what I want to say first, and then I'll end with what I was going to say, right? So it's always a pleasure coming on here. Contrary to what my mates think, I still learn a lot from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to say what I feel, and I get corrected a lot of times. So I hope none America don't think that just because we don't see eye to eye, I'm still gonna cuss his ass out, and I'm still gonna say good morning to him tomorrow morning. I'm still gonna tell Bree don't talk to me, and then be like, Bree, what outfit we gonna get? I don't talk to June, so I don't talk to June during the week. So yeah,
He is the worst, yo.
I'll say I'll see you on Wednesday, June.
It's all good.
That is the worst.
Hey, that's why the Commanders are gonna beat them Jags next year.
We forgot to talk about the Commanders, but we'll save that for next week.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot
NC
all about it.
ways.
Hey, this is Nikki's
Keep talking
goodbye
about that.
speech. Go ahead. And end it right, Nikki. Go ahead.
NC ways. Like always, y'all stay safe. We are always happy to be here Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, whenever day y'all want. We'll be here to tell y'all what we think and how we feel. And we see y'all next week. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.
Look at the chat real fast. No,
No, I was ending it, Bree.